Every quarter, you should be doing quarterly planning, and at least once a year, you should be doing annual planning with your leadership teams. So let's talk about some ways you can prepare so that you get the most from your sessions of quarterly planning and annual planning. So number one, print your foundational tools. If you're running on EOS, that's the VTO, your accountability chart, the rock sheet, both your individual and company rocks, your short-term issues list that you find in your level 10 meetings, and also your scorecard from the last quarter. Once you have those things printed, the second step would be to gather your quarterly numbers. You made revenue predictions for the quarter and maybe year to date. You made profit or EBITDA or net income predictions. And then most of you probably had some measurables that you're tracking, units sold or employees or whatever those numbers are that give you the idea of the size and scope or scale of the business as you continue to grow. So gather those quarterly numbers. So you've printed your foundational tools, you've gathered your quarterly numbers. Now I need you to take a clarity break. Spend at least 1 hour away from the office, away from everybody else, and just start to ask yourself some questions about the last 90 days. Or if you're doing this before your annual planning, ask these same questions about the last 12 months. Questions like, did we get closer to our 1-year plan goals this quarter? Or if you're preparing for your annual planning, did we take a step closer to our 3-year picture? How did we do writing our rocks? Could we have written them smarter? Did we hit or meet our revenue, profit, and measurable predictions? If we didn't, what held us back? What obstacles did we face? And if we did, what worked well that we could double down on? Maybe continue to scale or do more of that thing? What happened in the quarter that you didn't anticipate? Was it something that we could or should have been able to anticipate? Did we just not do a great job of predicting what the next 90 days would look like? How can we become better predictors? If I got a redo on this last 90 days, knowing what I know now, what would I do differently? What would I do the same? What was my biggest mistake or missed opportunity in the business this quarter? And how did I contribute at my highest and best value for the business in the last quarter? These are just some sample questions, and there's so many more that you could be asking yourself to become your best as a leader on your leadership team. The last 2 steps. So we've printed our foundational tools, we've gathered our quarterly numbers, now we've taken a clarity break. To wrap up that clarity break, make a list of the most pressing issues, biggest concerns, and also maybe biggest opportunities that you see in the next 3, 6, 12 months ahead. And finally, make a list of potential rocks and priorities for the business, for your function, and for you personally in your seat on the accountability chart. These are just 5 quick steps that will help you get more from your quarterly sessions and annual planning time. If you and each of your leadership team members follow these 5 steps, you will start to really level up your quarterly sessions and your annual planning. Have a fantastic quarter.